again, you're here with Nocturnal Repair. My name's Nocturnal. I want to show you how to do a tune-up on a 2003 Mazda Tribute 3.0. It's similar to the Ford Escape, but it's a lot faster. So I'm going to show you what tools you're going to need, which are very minimal, and we'll get right to it. Back in a second. We're back again, and as you can see, I've already got this thing torn apart and propped up, and I've already got the new coil in, which was coil number 3. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because it's so much easier to just show you how to put it back together. This thing is really simple. There's a total of 8 bolts on the plenum, and there's 2 10mm bolts on the EGR valve, and I'm going to show you where they're at and what you need to disconnect. There's no unplugging of any plugs to get this plenum off. You just need to raise it up and prop it up, whether you want to use a bungee cord. And one thing you might see here, which is really unsafe, is me working on this vehicle without these intake ports plugged up. I'm very conscious of what I do, so if it's your first timer, you might want to take some rags once you get this plenum up in the air. But again, you have the 3 coils in the back, which are the hardest ones to get to, and then you have the 3 coils in the front, which are a lot easier to get to. So again, I'm going to show you how to take this apart. Real simple, but this is how it would look. And if you notice, I got new plenum gaskets. Always try to put new plenum gaskets on the intake. It's just a really good thing to do. It costs $8 for all 6 of those rings, and they just pretty much you pop the old ones out with a well, this will go on the bloopers because it's not letting me take it out, but they're real simple to come out. You can just take like a hook or something. I got these gloves on, but you get the idea. You just kind of take the old ones out, use a little pick the old ones out, push the new ones in. Never use RTV on those. There's no need to, but it helps make a great seal when you go back down onto the intake. That's the lower intake. Okay, so basically, like I said, once again, there are 8mm bolts you need to unloosen to take the plenum off, and then there's 2 10mm bolts on the EGR valve, which is right here. This little doodad here, 10mm bolt here, and another 10mm bolt on the other side. There's not really much to take apart on this. So I'll be right back, and I'll show you exactly what to take apart, and you can do this tune-up yourself and save yourself a ton of money. Back in a second. Okay, we're back again. When you look under this hood of this 2003 Mazda Tribute, you're like, man, how am I going to do this tune-up? The first 3 plugs, they're fairly easy. You hit the 8mm plugs, unplug the plugs off of the coils, take the coils directly out, change the spark plugs. Nothing to it. The back ones, totally different situation. They're buried under there. No problem, no worries. You were Nocturnal Repair. I'm going to show you how to do this really quickly. First, we have the air cleaner, which basically you want to pop this off here. Pop that out of there. That's the first move. Second move, you got a flathead here on a band clamp. It's actually an 8mm, so you can use that. I've already loosened these up, so I can show you how this is done. Bam, take that off. Okay, now you have the EGR valve. EGR valve has 2 10mm bolts. One here and one directly on the other side. Fits right in here. Take those 2 10mm bolts out. and just give it a ever so lightly wiggle. That's just to get it out of the way. Now be careful, because there's a gasket in between here. Most of the times they stay stuck, but if not, when you're taking these bolts out, make sure you catch that gasket. Gasket, totally reusable, no problem, no worries. Just make sure you tighten these bolts back up. No minimum specs, just tighten them up, and you know, no worries. Okay, now you have 8mm bolts. This is the front of the motor here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 inside. Let's see here. I get a 1, 2, 3, 4. Loosen those 8mm bolts up. Get them out as best as you can, all the way out to the top. These will not come out. They're not supposed to come out. Okay? Once you got those out, you got your air cleaner off here, you got this unplugged, you got your EGR valve taken off. 10mm bolts here. So you need an 8mm socket and a 10mm socket. And everything's loose. Prop it up, and voila. Done deal. That's simple. 8mm bolts. You need 8mm socket and a 10mm socket. 8mm bolts on the plenum. 2 10mm bolts on the EGR valve. Air cleaner hose. Pop it up. Prop it up any way you like. Done deal. There's the real coils. Get to them really easy. You do not have to disconnect anything else. Nothing else. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's a lot shorter than my first one, but I had someone who checked out my first video and wanted to know if the Mazda Tribute was the same as the Ford Escape. It is. Same setup, but a lot quicker. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I really appreciate all the views. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at nocturnalpro1@gmail.com. Again, that's nocturnalpro1@gmail.com. I'll answer as quickly as possible. If you post on the video, it'll take me a while to get back to you, but if you want to hit me by email, I can give you a fast response. Ask me about any cars. I am ASC certified, and I'm so confident that I actually wear it on my sleeve. So hit me up. I love you guys. Just saved you a ton of money by shopping with Nocturnal Pro. Love you. Peace.